Hey everybody, I'm just about to leave here. I packed up, I'm not really organized to where I want, but I just wanted to do a quick video on the upgrades to the GX. I do have a few more planned, and also I'm changing things up again because last year I had the platform inside. The platform is gone and I put the back seats back in. So yes, I'm going to show you the cosmetic things, but also what's most important is the maintenance. I bought this, it had 125,000 miles on it. Now it's got 154. So yeah, let's start with the good stuff first and then we can go over the maintenance. Or shall we do it vice versa? So you watch the whole video. Okay, let's go. I popped the hood. All right. So right off the bat, you can see that I upgraded. I think this is an AGM battery. It's all icky. Oh, it's dust. I upgraded to an AGM battery. Also, I have a larger transmission cooler because I planned on towing like a small trailer. Nothing to write home about, but I just wanted to have, I wanted to keep the engine cool because there's steep grades up here. Other than that, I did have a leak. The power steering hose was replaced. I had all the hoses changed. As you can tell right here, timing belt was done. Now, along with that timing belt, he suggested that I do propeller shafts, the fan. It's a whole list. I can list it down below, but if you're going in there to change that timing belt, change everything out, because basically it did have like 100 and probably 50 or probably 45,000 miles on it when I did it. Same thing with the thermostat, water pump. Change everything out. It's just a good idea. The only thing I didn't do was plugs and wires, but I plan on doing those myself. So there is a lot of components that were changed out in here. And I think that's about it with the engine. I did have the brake. I had all the fluids changed, like the power steering, the brake fluid. I also replaced the radiator when I first got it, but that was 25,000 miles ago. But once again, it's not cosmetic. You can't see the changes. I just know when I'm on the trail, I know that I changed these parts out. And yeah, I would love to get new headlights, but I thought engine components is actually more important. Now, for a little bit of the cosmetic things. I did put on a 3.5-inch Dobinson's IMS suspension. Yeah, new coils, shocks, new upper control arms. There's a few other new things in here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can tell by looking. I'm not sure if you guys can see. That's the lower control arm. I'm going to switch those out shortly. I just have to find the time and a mechanic. Also, new rock rails. And yes, I should have had these last year because I'm going to show you what happened. A rock actually got caught up in here, and the door doesn't open correctly all the ways because this has to be pushed out. But let me open the door and show you. The car's a bit messy. But see, that's where that rock hit, and that pushed that up. And I need to actually like pound that down, clean that up, put some spray paint on it, the primer, the primer rust remover, and just either match up the blue, but you really can't see it, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so I did get these, I'm jumping all over the place. I got these rock rails at Rocky Mountain Outfitters, I think. Company in Utah. They're okay. They're already starting to rust, and I just put them on. The welds are also kind of shitty. Not gonna lie. I'm reviewing this and being completely honest. I appreciate this step here because it's easier for me to get in and out of the car. And I think you guys can see it's attached directly to the frame underneath. You can see the bolts and stuff. Now this side is okay. The other side, when I'm doing washboardy or off-roady type trails, constant squeaking. So I'm going to get underneath there And let me just clean this up a bit. I'm gonna get underneath there and see if I can tighten those bolts up, because I'm not sure if that's the problem or not. And where are my keys? All right, I am gonna show you this too. On the GXs, like on my dashboard, like my, what is it, the tachometer, the RPMs does not work. So I had one of these handy dandy things installed. It gives me the engine temperature, which I started towing a small trailer, so I want to know what those engine temperatures are. The max it got up to, I think, was like 213 a couple times. Also, it gives me the RPMs over here and the gas mileage, which I should probably just put a piece of tape over. No, just joking. And also, it gives me the battery volts. So I like having that information right at my hands. And like the gauges on the dashboard, I don't trust, but I do trust this little monitor down below. Let's see. Oh, here's another big one. Since I'm towing, I kind of did my homework and looked at all the electric brakes for trailers. Mine is like a modified off-road. It's not a true off-road. However, it was nice that I could bring more stuff with me. I can take a shower if I'm out for like a week at a time. But we'll go over the trailer at a later date. It's like super windy. But see, you can tell it's already connected to the car. I mean, the trailer's connected to the GX. And this knob, like, it's so cool because there's brakes in the trailer, so instead of using the car brakes, which they need to be upgraded because they're kind of weak, I can adjust that. Like if you're going down a steep incline, I can actually put this on and it'll brake more or it will brake less. And it also changes color, which is really cool. So we installed that right here. There's an empty spot right here. There was a little piece of metal in the way. He had to like take off like a little bit of piece of that. But I can't say enough good things about Red Arc. I called or emailed actually the Australian office, and they sent it to the American office, I think, which is in North Carolina. Super, super nice and friendly, super fast shipping, just overall a great company. Honest to goodness. If they weren't, I'd let you know. Yeah. And I'm trying to think what else. Anything else in here? Nothing more in here in the upgrades. I know it doesn't seem like a lot. I know it... Oh, blind. I know it doesn't seem like a lot. However, I had to pay labor. So this added up very, very quickly. The prices of everything. And yeah, so... I'm trying to think. The hitch was already on there, so I put that on last year. I'm just going over thinking. There's a few more upgrades I like to do. I'm going to do the plugs and wires myself. I do have, which you guys are going to laugh, look at this. I know, it's a mess. I got extra bedding in here. And great case from underneath here. Those are 2 drive shafts, which I have to get installed. I gotta find, I'm working way out in the middle of nowhere right now as a travel nurse, and it's hard finding a mechanic. So yeah. So I'm upgrading the 470 drive shafts to the 460 drive shafts. Because I still have that vibration in the front. I had that vibration since I put on the 3.5-inch lift. Overall, love it. The only thing I want to get now, well, I'm going to change the whole setup inside the car because sometimes I don't want to take the trailer. So we're going to change things up. And I did put the back seats back in, so we're going to have to make adjustments there. All right, so just giving you guys a quick update on the GX. I do plan a few more items, especially Under Armour, skid plates, under. That's very important to me because a lot of times I'm out by myself, and maybe I really don't, I don't know, a winch is kind of, I don't know. I wish I still had my high lift jack because I could use that for like a come along. So, but I don't do anything that crazy anymore, but there's always that chance. So stay tuned for more videos of my weekend adventures. Also upgrades to the GX and upgrades to the trailer.